So, why did you decide to run for commissioner?
Well, I think it's time for a change in our county government. 14 years of us doing the same thing over and over. Doesn't seem to be working. And so I believe it's time for our county water systems. It's time for more transparency in the horseshoe and all the operations of that. And it's also time to repair our roads and fix our potholes. And I think it's just time to get somebody else in that spot to see if they can deliver some results, which hadn't been happening. And so I think I've got the experience to get that done and make good decisions. And at the end of the day, I'm ready to do that.
And tell me just a little bit about your background and, what makes you qualified to be in a position like that.
So my resume does speak for itself. I'm a veteran, Air Force veteran for over 9 years. I've been on the Greenwood School District, or Independent School District Board of Directors for the past 12 years. And I believe that gives me some qualifications. I'm an independent businessman, self-employed, running several successful businesses here in Midland. And I think that gives me the qualifications to go in and make some good decisions for the county.
And, in regards to your opponent, things that you would do different or, why people should vote for you opposed to...
Well, like I said, I'm an Air Force veteran. He's done some things okay. At the end of the day, I don't think he's had 14 years to get a county water system to our folks in the county, the southern part of our county and the eastern part of our county that needs good, reliable water, and they don't have it. He's had 14 years to do that, and that hadn't been done. And I think the horseshoe is another prime example of lack of transparency. I think we need to get in there and look at the operations of that and make sure what's happening right and what's happening wrong, and let's get it all figured out. So I think those are a couple of things that we could do better.
And, the commissioners, you all kind of work together. I mean, they may not all agree, but, do you think you are good at working together with people that you might not agree with, making decisions, that kind of thing?
Good question. I think I'm a team builder. The military has taught a lot of that. That's kind of what you do. You go out and fight for one cause. And I believe that in business, you do the same thing. You've got, you've got employees that you got to bring together to get it done at the end of the day. And I think I'm fairly good at doing that.
And in regards to the horseshoe, you kind of said more transparency. What are some steps to take to do that? Just getting in there and
you get in there, look at the management that they've hired to come run it. That's the first thing. That you've obviously everybody's done stories for the past several years on how it's being mismanaged, and what I want to do is get in there and see if it is. I know it's not being utilized, in my opinion, as much as it should be. It's a great facility, and I don't know why we don't utilize it more. That's one of the things that I want to get in there and look at. And, like I said, check the management out and understand more of that operation to make sure we're using our taxpayer dollars the way we need to.
And the county, you guys work with the city, that kind of thing. Is that important to you to not only work for the county but other entities? Very important
to work with the city council and all the folks involved. Obviously, the county involves the city. The city's right inside the county, so you've got to have ways to work together, whether it's building roads. I know we've done some of that lately in conjunction with the city. The horseshoe, the city obviously benefits from that, as does the folks in the county. So I'm very excited to work with our city council and all the folks involved in that.
And when you first get elected, what are some steps you want to take, just kind of figuring out what to fix, that kind of thing, or?
I think that's what you're going to have to do. Obviously, during this this race and the things that we've learned, the issues that we've learned, and not just during this race, but in the past several years, some issues that we want to fix, we're going to have to get right in the middle of them. But you're going to have to see what the problems, what's actually causing the problems, why the things aren't working the way they should, and then make good decisions to better this county.
And money is kind of, a big deal, commissioners, budgeting, that kind of thing. Do you think does your background help with that kind of stuff?
There's no doubt. A business background will definitely help that. Obviously, being on the school board at Greenwood, we work with a $40 million budget. I realize this one's a couple $100 million, but they're both good size, and I think my experience will provide me the experience to make some good decisions. Yes.
Is there anything else that I didn't say that you'd like to bring up or talk about? Any issues?
Oh, those are good issues. They're all good issues. There's a lot of things in this county that that we need to address. There's been a few during this race that are prime topics, and I know everybody knows about them. And there's obviously more that go on. There's first responders, our jail, our sheriff's departments, our fire departments, working together with those guys. It's just, I'm looking forward to that. If I'm fortunate enough to be elected, I'm looking forward to improving all those and making them the best that we can be, and have this place, this county, a great place to live, work, and raise a family, and a safe place to live, work, and raise a family. And so I would say that.
And just in regards to voting, like the importance of people getting out there and voting in general.
Another great question. I think this is going to be an issue during this race, because obviously I want as many votes as we can get. Preferably, I want you to go out and vote. If you vote for me, that's even better. But I want folks to go out and vote so we get a true representation of what this county wants and who they want to represent them. So I look forward to a great voter turnout here when it's all said and done, and look forward to that.